Yeah, this week, man, was it was some more of it for me. I just wanted to, I gotta say this right quick. We as people, man, we tend to be a little bit on ourselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? We get a little bit on it. For real, like, and I know I do it too, so let me put that disclaimer out there ahead of time. I'm not exempt from the personality flaw, but you
Yeah.
know, people seem to think that it's righteous because of something that you may have done wrong or something they don't like to go all the way out on some just bullshit. Well, you did this, so I'm going all the way do that. And I'm seeing it more and more in relationships. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Where a motherfucker figure, you hurt my feelings, so I'm not going to tend to the kids. I'm not going to do nothing. Now, where I come from and where you come from, for a man to be on that shit, it's called a deadbeat motherfucker. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because I know I've never agreed to a motherfucker having a problem with an individual, be it they done you wrong or y'all just not gonna be around each other, and you just say, "Oh well, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna do whatever I want to," and oh well, because you hurt my feelings. What you think about that?
Again, I think it's goes both ways. You can be a deadbeat
Yeah,
mother or a deadbeat father. I mean, I don't see if you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, that denotes what it is. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
do
yeah. But I
I?
mean,
I'm not going to wave that over somebody's face, over somebody's head, because I don't know what they're going through. You know what I mean? But I feel it's just as quick as you can say this person is a deadbeat dad. It's just as easy as somebody saying this person is a deadbeat mother.
yeah, and the point is, as I'm seeing this situation, I'm like, that shit don't even make sense. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to ride your coattails, and I'm just going to be at leisure as much as I can at your expense. And oh well, I'm not about to do none of this. Even if my children need something, I'm just not going to do it because he or she did something against me. So fuck him. No, motherfucker, no. You're not righteous. You're not anything. And personally, I feel like a motherfucker should be allowed to have the shit beat out of him for that shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
Because
also, why would you hurt the kid to spite the person? That to
it's
me doesn't
just
make sense.
if you stood on the position that anybody else, you hear him back there, right?
Yeah.
If you stood on the position that anybody else is a sorry motherfucker for that, then how are you not? And
Yeah.
it's like in the face of it, motherfuckers act oblivious to the fact that they're doing this. It's like a motherfucker saying, hearing that somebody was like, I hope a motherfucker get murdered or I hope a motherfucker get raped. And they take the position, that shit ain't cool. This is a special place in hell for a motherfucker who wish murder or rape off on a motherfucker.
It's
But
a
then you
hypocrite.
turn around, yeah, then you turn around and say it, and it's like, oh well, but what? Not you though.
Yeah,
Not you.
it's
That
hypocritical.
it ain't that special place in hell ain't open for your ass. I mean, we all have hypocrisies in our character from time to time.
Yeah.
So I'm not speaking most high or higher than thou
Yeah.
on that level. But I'm just saying when it's done to the point of where you're joyously, you know what I'm saying, relishing in the fall of someone else and said children that may be attached to that, you a whole nother kind of devil. I don't give a fuck what the motherfucker did to you. You a whole nother type of devil. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck uh, who don't like that or whatever. That's just the fact. That's
Yeah.
just a fucking fact. If a man is a deadbeat dad, then a woman's a deadbeat mother for it. If a mother ain't shit for certain things, then the nigga do the same thing. Then you is a ain't shit ass father for the shit too.
Yeah.
Period. Period. You know what I mean? But that being said, I'm gonna roll over into one of my favorite and spiritually draining segments.
So
uh,
what's on a prosperous
yeah.
perspective right now? I mean
Well,
the
the
poverty
the
perspective.
prosperous goes first. We try to go prosperous
I know
first,
I
so
need
we
to get
can,
my shit together.
yeah, so we can give ourselves a little bit of joy. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We don't need to jump right into the poverty. You know what I mean? Okay, so today on the poverty.
Yeah.
As usual, I'm going to start it with a question. What's the real factor in outrage? I'll repeat. What is the real factor in outrage? Just recently, I came across a report where a woman named E. Jean Carroll has officially accused President Trump of a sexual assault in a department store dressing room. I believe it was. I could be wrong, but I believe that's the specifics of that situation. Department store dressing room. Now, according to the report, I heard it was actually described as a fucking rape. It was described from what she's describing. It's a fucking rape. It's
Fuck.
funny how the wording is used differently depending on who's being accused. You know what I mean? It's funny.
Yeah.
Like if you white and you shoot up a bunch of shit, you're mentally disturbed. If you're a black or a Muslim, you're a fucking terrorist.
Yeah.
But neither here or there. Okay, so now this alleged accusation, we have to say alleged because we have to say alleged. But here's the thing: everybody who has these accusations placed over their heads is outwardly attacked by the various women rights groups. You know what I mean? Uh, um, I'm not quick to hop on board with the PC crowd and start counseling and muting individuals accused just because they are accused. We have a saying in America: innocent until proven guilty. And I know to mention, I do know that our police are doing a piss poor job at practicing this theory, but it is a saying nonetheless. Here's my concern with that. Where's all the outrage when it comes to this Trump character? Where's the outrage? Bill Cosby got jokes on top of jokes and shamed and canceled, and eventually he was incarcerated. And that was, you know, his past transgressions against women, from what I understand. Russell Simmons came under fire. R. Kelly, well,
Whoa.
whatever with that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta stop you right there on R. Kelly.
Yeah. Whatever. Scratch that. We all had something to say about that cat. And the various non-blacks who were accused. They all come under fire in some form or another
Yeah.
from the Me Too and Hands Up and all these other movements. But the 45th president and potential tyrannical maniac, I might add, has been accused, at least 2 or is it 22 times? Do you know that number, Plexus?
I lost count.
Okay, well, there's been numerous complaints or accusations made to this individual. At any rate, I don't see us with that same energy. Why? That's my question. Why? President Clinton got a blowjob, something that his wife, Hillary, was at liberty to be upset about and pursue a divorce if she has so chosen to do so. Not, but in the public, he was judged and impeached. And that was his impeachment was based on moral misconduct. Now I personally have to say I have unfortunately been in those shoes before. Not sexual assault, but infidelity, and it's not a good thing. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good thing to put your loved ones through. But that is a personal fuck up, not something that belongs in the court of public opinion, in my opinion, as far as punishing an individual or removing an individual from office. Apparently, though, unless you're not brave enough to speak your indifference openly to the masses abroad and go about the pursuit to put said biases in place by attempting to pass various bills that would make the furthering of already marginalized people lawful binding policy. Apparently, that's what you need to get away with this type of shit. I don't know about nobody else. Plexus, feel free to inform me to the contrary, or anybody whoever listens to our shit, leave a comment in the comment section.
Yeah.
But I'm not hearing
We
such
respond.
outrage. Yeah. I do not hear the same outrage. Okay, for these allegations against Trump. He is on tape saying if you rich, which he is rich, he can grab women by the pussy and they will let him do it. Still, white female America and some other nationalities showed up with fucking MAGA hats on, and they championed the fact that what that man says or does in his private life should not reflect his ability to perform in office. Not the same energy afforded Bill Clinton. Not the same energy afforded Bill Clinton at all. Now, for whatever the reason, Clinton was also popular with a lot of, black folks. So maybe that's why Americans wanted him out. Anyway,
He was on the Arsenio
but
Hall show playing that
yeah,
saxophone.
maybe that's why they wanted him out anyway. I don't know. But that's not the subject. The fact of the matter is this 45th president is shown the protection. He's shown leniency. And so many things that I've never seen before, or should I say, I've rarely seen. It's usually against his fucked up words, or usually against people of color and low income status. We have seen it all before. All you need to do is say any variation of "to hell with the lower middle class" and turn a blind eye to police brutality against minorities, and rich or white America will pull every resource to put you in power. It's been proven. We have seen it too many times. Yet and still, all they have to say is anything that caters to our bias, and we are sold hook, line, and sinker. If there has been a Me Too outcry against this president for the recent allegations, it ain't been on the front page. It ain't been on every single online platform to where you can't get away from it. And I could be wrong, but this is just what I believe. I believe and know that I'm not seeing this. And I'm not talking about just the report that the allegations were made. I'm talking about the Me Too outrage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The let's cancel him, let's impeach this cat, let's close down his businesses. I'm not hearing it.
Yeah.
Those with money and power have always been afforded certain luxuries, exempting them from the same penalty for breaking laws that you and I will suffer. Now, how does that sound to say liberty and justice for all? How does that sentence sound, liberty and justice for all, in the wake of these allegations being unchallenged when it comes to President Trump? How does that saying taste when you say it? Knowing that outrage goes towards this person for horrible accusations, and just the accusation, not proof of his guilt, like we just saw with the brother Cuba Gooding Jr. Not the proof, just the accusations. It goes towards this person, but not this one. But because this one, you know what I'm saying, he wants non-whites to be forced out of the country, even if they don't know any other place but here. Even if they were born somewhere else and got over here at such a young age that this is their home, he doesn't care. He wants them out of here, even if they don't know nowhere else but here. This person holds immigrant people, including their children, in unsanitary conditions, and we all turn a blind eye to your pussy grabbing and your sexual assault, and vying for the participation of foreign dictators in our political process. Let's turn an eye to that. Why? Let's turn an eye to that. Don't you know that we have a long history of being against foreign policy being applied to our constitutions in this United States of America? But that apparently is exempt when there is an outright bigot in office. Okay. We constantly complain about the rich stay rich and to hell with the poor. I mean, I guess that is until someone that can cater to our biases come forth. Then we back burner that complaint. You understand what I'm saying? Because he just made me feel great about being white, or great about being wealthy, or a Republican, and any other description that our society deems better than another. Let's cancel this quote unquote toxic masculinity, except when it comes when that same toxic masculinity or that same toxicity works in our favor at the behest of another that we deem lesser than ourselves. As I say in the second verse of the song Power, poverty stricken, then people are more godly living. Now that's a sobering song, if I do say so myself, but the fact is, When you are in the struggle of day-to-day life, you tend to be somewhat more in touch with the pain and the hardships of others. Why? Well, they live on your block. They live around the corner, next door. You know what I'm saying? You see them at your neighborhood stores. They're asking for, or they're panhandling for change at the local gas station. When you become well off, be it hard work or inheritance, whichever the case, you have to have that embedded in your humanity, or you typically won't give a fuck. Let's be real. You typically won't give a fuck unless it is naturally embedded in your humanity to care about those who have lesser than you. Excuse me. Let's ask these other people accused for sexually assaulting people to get off the air. Let's take them off the radio. Let's boycott their products. Let's get them off the TV. But let's smile and shake hands and look for picture opportunities with this Donald Trump dude. Let's do that. Let's do that. Excuse me. Let's not bring up his malicious conduct in the public eye, because he makes me feel good about being a goddamn bigot. Why is it that infamous presidents are more admired than just regular famous or popular presidents? Anybody else trip off how a famous popular president, such as, like, I guess Barack Obama, doesn't get held to the same candle as an infamous one, a Bush? You know what I'm saying? Trump. Anybody else see that? Anybody else realize that Barack Obama would have been impeached almost immediate, if not immediately, for any of this crap we are allowing Donald Trump to get away with? Are we that far gone that we would rather exist under the mask? Welcome to America, where we define the abnormal as normal, and we have ostracized those who dare stand up and speak out against a status quo that has historically put the welfare of its own citizens as a secondary concern and made corporate bottom line the primary concern. And we cover it up in pretty wrapping paper with a bow on top, and we call ourselves the greatest country on planet Earth.
Bald Eagles.
The perspective of the impoverished. I want to take time to thank my brother, as always, Big Plexus.
Yeah.
And the people over at, I hope I'm saying this right, Ginger Giant Media. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, for the comment on our last post.
Good looking out for that and to subscribe.
Yeah, and yes, even the Queen Goddess Jesus for the comment about a month ago, even though I believe it was more of an attempt at a personal attack more than giving real support.
All comments are welcome.
Or on our live messiness, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, we will take it all here at BUB-IT, the ODDKAST, because your opinion will always be what it is, and our opinion will always be fuck your face and fuck off, or pull up, bitch, to whomever don't like it. Fuck you. Pull up, talk your shit, hide behind the board, but you ain't gonna do nothing physical, so suck your daddy's dick with your grandmama's mouth. Fuck you. And it's some more of it.
Yeah.
It's some more of it. And I'm speaking on behalf of me and Brother Plexus when I say fuck you. Brother Plexus, I hope I'm not speaking wrong.
No, you know good. You good.
I don't care if it's a bitch or a nigga. If you don't like the podcast, if you don't like what we saying, if you feel any kind of way and you ain't all the way in the right, you can come comment, drop your comment.
We'll respond.
All that shit talking, eat a dick. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But some more of it, Brother Plex. What you think about this one?
Yeah, this one's good. I'll be getting this one together soon, and we got a couple of more coming out soon, Wednesday and Friday. You know, that's our schedule. We drop them on Wednesdays, Fridays, so you'll be able to see them, check them out as soon as you wake up, or unless you work a night shift at 1 a.m., they'll be already there.
Yeah, okay. And then we dropping the full clip, the full one, like the week after, I think you said.
Yeah, I'll drop the full one the week after the all the clips have been out. Those just go out randomly. I don't have an actual pre-date for those. So those are just, if you are a subscriber and you hit that notification bell, you will get a notification when that one comes out. For the
man, I can't wait.
full segment.
I can't wait till we get up and running with this video. I'm gonna show my ass. And let me say this. All my beautiful black women across the world are beautiful. I know we're going to eventually get tagged, easily me, because the brother Principal Black Tan is constantly on the record as saying, I personally like to and only will date black women.
And everybody has their own preference.
Yeah, that's vastly narrowed down to any woman of color. I don't care if you're skinny. I don't care if you're big bones. You're a big girl, like we used to say when we used to perform and do our music. Kick your shoes off, show up to show out. Because I seen a plump one that was out there boogieing and partying the other day. I said, that motherfucker looked like she having a lot of fun. That's the shit I'm talking about.
Living her best life.
Living her best motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a hard week's labor on them heels she was wearing. No, I tell you that. I can tell you that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But as long as she was smiling and have a good time, that's all that matters.
I love you, girl. I love you. I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck. Do your thing. Get out there, fuck society, and these motherfuckers that feel they so beautiful and marketable. What you women could do, though, since most, at least my women, are off to talk about I wear makeup this way or I wear a weave this way because men claim they want that, so that's why we do it. We also claim that we don't like your personality. Won't you put something on that? Why don't you repair that? Before you wake up and put 8 ounces of makeup on your fucking face and 10,000 yards of fucking weave in your hair, why don't you put something on that personality? Because we also claim we don't like that. Don't see too much repair going on with that. But that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I had to put something in there to fuck them over and piss them off for the day. Brother Plex, I want to thank you, sir.
Yep.
And as usual, fuck off, Brother Plexus. Give us free.
It's the ODDKAST, bitch.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yo, it's the ugly. I'm about to break it. Man, fuck that. Check it out. Power and momentum. Vocal bullets bring the host to your building. Same time, feed the souls of your children. Closed minds get exposed to the vision. Same time, double a sword to the throat of the serpent and kill them. Kinda hard not to walk in the blues. Hard to walk the avenues where they ain't got no shoes.